As you can see from the title, I'm going to be answering the question that many of you have been wondering about: how much do the homes in Newton cost? The floor plan that I have purchased is called the Richmond, and I have just customized it. In today's video, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to share my screen and show you what your options are in terms of the Jobomax homes that are in Newton. I'm going to answer a few questions about land and some details. I'm currently in the process of negotiating my contract, getting some details and some things ironed out. Also, I want to encourage you to join Legacy Lab. So Legacy Lab is my membership community that I recently launched. It's an opportunity for you to connect with others like myself, not just me. We are sharing our journey of reconnecting with our roots in the U.S. as well as West Africa. Peace and blessings, beloved. I'm your sis, Aisha Rahman. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Aisha Rahman. I'm an archivist, I'm a genealogist, and I'm a heritage traveler. Here on my channel, I share my journey of reconnecting to my roots in the U.S. as well as West Africa. In today's video, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk about the prices and the various model options that you have in terms of getting a Jobomax home in Newton, which is located in the western area of Sierra Leone. Okay, so a little backstory if this is your first time to my channel. My name is Aisha Rahman. I obtained my Sierra Leone citizenship in 2022. I did that through African ancestry. I'm a genealogist, so I have been doing research on my family history for about 15 or 20 years. I had done Ancestry.com, 23andme.com, and I really wanted to know specifically where in Africa my family was from, not how much percentage I am, this or that, but I wanted a country and an ethnicity that I could pinpoint. So I was able to trace my roots to the Fulani people of Guinea-Bissau, the Mende and the Temne people in Sierra Leone, as well as the Kru people in Liberia. So that is on my maternal side. So my mom, her mom, her mom, and her mom. So because I was able to do that, I had to go through a process of citizenship reclamation. I traveled to Sierra Leone and was able to obtain my citizenship through proof of that DNA through African ancestry.
This is a time that we've set aside to educate our new citizens that are coming in about the do's and don'ts of the country. You will not be granted a passport without you knowing about your country, without you knowing about your rights, without you knowing about how to invest, without you knowing about how to meet and greet people. So these are key things that you should know. And I want to congratulate all of you here for taking the time to know your roots. You know, like you said, if you don't know Usai you, they go know Usai you promote.
African ancestry is the only country that can give you a specific country and a specific ethnicity. However, since that time, Sierra Leone has opened up citizenship opportunities for anyone that has their majority of their ancestry is of any West African country or any West African I'll say West African country. So it doesn't matter if you're Nigerian or if you're from Senegal, if you're Senegalese, and you can now apply for citizenship not only through African ancestry, but through 23andMe and Ancestry.com, as well as a company called CRI. So I have a whole entire series here on my channel documenting that process. I will put a link to the cards. I'll put a link in the cards to the playlist so you can watch that video. I go through step by step of the paperwork, all paperwork you have to turn in. The only difference now is you have to visit twice. So you go the first time, you go through all the workshops, you go through all the tours, do all the touristy stuff. The second time you go back, you do your biometrics and you get your passport and you are sworn in and you're officially a citizen. So long story short, that's the process. In today's video, I'm going to dive in on, I visited Sierra Leone a few months ago. My husband and I purchased land, are having a house built in Sierra Leone. So I'm going to dive in and show you guys the details of the question that you guys have been asking about. How much is this costing? All right, so this is Jobomax's website. I am specifically at the home prices in Sierra Leone. So their website has changed over time. And I am not sure how to find this exact link. So this is the URL is africa.housing.com, prices Sierra Leone, blah, blah, blah. Very, very long. I am going to put a link to it in the description as well as I'm going to pin it in the comments, because this I don't think is very clear or easy to find. It's kind of hidden. But I'm going to go through and show you guys a little bit about Jobomax homes. Some of the things that I've learned about it. So you can see here in the background a little bit about, or you can see here a little bit of like where it's at. So I'm going to dive in and give you a little bit of information that I have learned so far about the homes that they're building here. So this is Jobomax Homes. It's in Sierra Leone. Jobomax is building a community called Springs at Newton, or Newton Springs. So Newton is right outside of Waterloo. So this is Newton Spring Jobomax. It's here right off of, I'm not even going to butcher this name, Masaika Yoniba Highway. So it's near Home Leone, the Destiny Village. It's my understanding that they have a partnership, and I believe that the people of Home Leone are actually helping to build Newton Springs. I'm not exactly sure if that's 100%, but that's what my research has shown. So this is the Newton area, if you keep your eye on that little green flag. And this is Freetown here. So it's a pretty good distance. It's probably about an hour drive. Yeah, so it's about an hour drive, 38 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, but that's about how far it is. So it's not too far, not too bad. And then Newton Springs is actually right outside of Waterloo. Waterloo is probably like the second largest main city in Sierra Leone. So after Freetown, Waterloo would be the next largest main town. So if you're going to do shopping, anything like that, Waterloo would be the area that you go. And as you guys can see, there is no beachfront. So if you watched my previous videos of me saying I need a beach, there is no beachfront. I did not get a beach. But I think that this was probably the best option for me based on my long-term goals of having a community where people can really reconnect with their roots, and really get to embrace the culture in Sierra Leone, the Temne culture, and really get to understand what it's like to be a true Sierra Leonean. So these are the options that they have. So there is the London bungalow. It starts at 75,000, it goes up to 97,000. And what that means is the features of each home, whether you have certain tile, certain lighting, certain, if you have gutters, if you have certain roofing material, your price is going to go up depending on the details of what you add, the type of fixtures you get, the type of plumbing, and all of that. So that's what standard versus luxe means. There's also the Philadelphia duplex. So Jobomax has a YouTube channel. There's an interview with Mr. Khalil. I was actually able to go inside and visit his home. He has a Philadelphia duplex. And then actually right behind it, he also has a Washington bungalow. So he has both of these models, which are featured on Jobomax's YouTube channel. So these are the prices. Not offered, the California villa is not offered at this location. So right now, what I see being built are these three options. Now you will notice that what I am building is not located here. I don't know if this is just an old model, if it's an old option, if they're no longer offering it. The model that I am getting is called the Richmond model, and I chose the Richmond model because I'm able to customize it. So oftentimes contractors will go, they will partner with Jobomax, they will buy the Richmond model, which is basically like what's the word I'm looking for? It's basically like a skeleton home that has nothing, no walls, or it has walls, but like no tile, no flooring, no ceiling, no anything. And then you can customize it and add on what you want. So let me show you guys here the London bungalow. So this is the London bungalow. It's going to have a link to the YouTube video. Once you go in, you will see these are your ceiling options. These are your light options. This is the kitchen option. And depending on the type of kitchen, the type of tiles that you choose, the price will go up from there. So this is the standard version. Let me go back into the London bungalow and see if it will show me the plus option. So there are some hidden pages within the Jobomax website. That's one of the benefits of joining my Legacy Lab community is I go into more detail with these options. Yeah, see, it's not even going to show you the difference. So I have exclusive content over in the community that I don't share everywhere else. And that's one of the things that I share is the details of these hidden pages that are not showing in the website. So there is a list that shows you this is what you get with the standard and this is what you get with the luxe. And it seems like you're not going to get that information until you contact them and you request a quote. It used to be here. So the Richmond model that I have or that I'm designing, let's see, is on their YouTube channel, but it's not. Here, I will show you my floor plan. This is my customized version of the Richmond model. And basically the difference is on the original, the bathroom is not here. The bathroom is back here. I had them customize and move the bathroom because I wanted to be able to have this wall for my kitchen. So before they had the bathroom here and there was a door here, I want to be able to have this wall space to put my kitchen here, and so I've modified that. This, they also have the option of it being like a terrace or like an outdoor kitchen area. I'm having them to actually close all this in and put all this whole wall is going to be a greenhouse, kind of like what you would see with an earth ship. So that's what inspired this design. Is I really like the earth ships that I've seen, and they have a greenhouse on the back where this whole entire exterior is just glass windows. So this will allow me to grow fruits and vegetables and things like that. And then I have an entrance here. So all of these little pink things, these are windows. And then this is a kitchen, and then there will be a back door through the kitchen. So this is my floor plan that I customized and I designed. This is not the original Richmond design. This is just the modifications that I've made. And by doing so, I'm not having them add any tile or any specific appliances or anything yet. I'm going to work that part out in my contract later because I want to just get the very basic done. What I have found out in doing my contract and going back and forth is I want to have as little financed as possible. So having something like this design, the basic starts at $21,000. So let me get that out of the way. That's the answer you guys have been wanting, is how much. So for one side is $20,000. So I have basically two of them. So when you buy, you're purchasing 1 2-bedroom, 1 bath is $20,000. So you basically, it's like a duplex. You would buy just this side. I'm buying both sides so that it's like a duplex. So that's about $40,000, but I'm having some modifications done. So that's going to add on another maybe $5,000. The lot that I chose is also a larger lot. So originally in my YouTube video, I did a little bit of a drone footage of a lot. I end up changing it and getting a larger lot, and I'm having a fence built around the entire compound, which is going to have a sliding gate here. That was an additional $15,000. So once my contract is finally said and done, I will be sharing an exclusive video of the whole entire rundown of my contract in Legacy Lab. So I won't be having that video here. So probably in the next few weeks or so, my contract will be finalized and I'll sign it and make my deposit. So I would say roughly, I think I'm going to end up paying maybe 60 or 70,000 just to have the basic things done. And then once I start adding tile and paint and light fixtures and appliance and things like that, that will go up. You are required to pay a 25% deposit. So I'm going to make my first initial deposit, and then they can finance the rest at an interest rate of 12%. So I'm trying not to do that, as I am Muslim and we don't want to deal with interest. So I'm going to make another large payment in June so that it extremely reduces the amount that I am financing, and then probably another final payment in another few months. That way it reduces my interest that I'm paying on the house, and I'm not really financing. And it's also at that time that I'm going to have an addendum to my contract, which means all of the tile and any painting or anything that I have them do is going to be kind of like another contract or a second contract. Because there's some things that my husband and I want to do ourselves, like the electrical wiring. I'm going to have an upgrade of solar through Easy Solar. So I'm going to have more than just what the house would normally come with, which is why when you go to the Jobomax website, you'll see that they have the standard and they have the luxe. So the luxe comes with like an upgrade of certain plumbing. It comes with an upgrade of certain tile and things like that. So I want to be able to be very clear on the direction that I'm going with that, and I don't want to rush into it. So I'm having them do a kind of a separate contract. So I've been using Pinterest to kind of create a mood board. Okay, so here is the original Newton. This is their original design. This is their original floor plan. So this is what it looked like before I made my changes. I also, as I told you guys, I'm extending the bathroom, making it a bit bigger so that I can have that bigger, so that I can have a bigger shower. So I'm going to have my shower go this way. And this is my electrical plan, my electrical floor plan. So this is basically an upgrade, which is making my price be increased because we're having electrical outlets put throughout. So this is kind of my vibe that I'm going for. Is I've gotten a lot of inspiration from tiny homes. So the kitchen, they have a kitchen cabinets. I want open cabinets. I want an island. These are some kind of ideas that I'm brainstorming in terms of my shower. So it is a wet room. A wet room basically means you have a shower head. You don't have a wall. So I can do like a half wall or a glass like this. I can do like a half wall or something later, or have that added to the custom design. I also would like to have a washing machine in my kitchen. I don't want it in my restroom taking up space, so I'm going to get a front load added in the kitchen. So some things like this are some ideas that I've been brainstorming, looking at tiny homes, looking at smaller spaces to get ideas. And this is kind of just my Pinterest board that I've been working on. So that's kind of a sneak peek. I will have more videos about my interior design and ideas like that, most likely probably in Legacy Lab. I really want to encourage you guys to join me in the lab because it's a community, it's really fun, and you'll get the exclusive content. So in addition to Sierra Leone, Jobomax also is building homes in Ghana. They are already have a community in Guinea and and in Cameroon. So Ghana is a new community that they're working on. I know a lot of people are interested in Ghana. The location is in Apollonia City, which is a little far for me because I also was looking at Ghana. One of the reasons that I did not go through with purchasing anything in Ghana, why I just rent in Ghana, is because as a foreigner without your citizenship, and I think even probably citizens, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe as a foreigner, you can do a 50-year lease, and as a citizen, it's a 99-year lease. So it's very hard to get freehold land. Everything is leasehold land. Where in Sierra Leone, the Newton Springs is freehold land, so I will actually get the title. It's not a 99-year lease that I'm gotta renew or anything like that. So once I pay for it, it's mine. I own it. There's no renewing and anything like that. So that's it for this video, guys. Life is good. Have a blessed day.